I'm going to spend the afternoon with my husband, if it's any of your business.
Oh. Oh, of course. So you can cop out on telling him the truth again.
You stop saying that. I'm not copping out.
You are the original cop-out lady.
For your information, Luke, I started to tell Scotty the whole story last night.
You started? Well, what happened?
He had a real long day. He was exhausted. He just fell asleep.
He fell asleep? You were talking about being raped and he dozed off?
All right, when you're through amusing yourself, I'll just finish the story then.
No, please don't do that. It's too perfect. Don't spoil it.
Fine, you just sit there and look.
Wait, don't. I'm sorry. Laura, please, I'm sorry. That was very rude of me. I should not have been amused. Please tell me what happened.
We started talking, and I walked over to the window, and I stood there looking out because it was easier. I didn't have to face him. He was just staying there being quiet, you know, and I thought that he was letting me get it all out, and I did, Luke. I really did. And I turned around and gone to sleep.
How much did he hear before the Sandman got him?
I asked him this morning, and he said he didn't hear anything.
Well, that's tough. I'm sorry. Did you reach him?
You bet I did, and I'm not the only one either.
Meaning what?
Did you put Jennifer up to checking with Scotty about our sailing date?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You probably did it because you thought you could postpone my talking to Scotty and telling him the truth. Well, I'm sorry. It didn't work.
What?
Jennifer was sitting in Scotty's office. She just happened to drop by to remind him about our sailing date. You put her up to it, didn't you?
Oh, man, you are really making a career out of being a teenager, aren't you? What did he tell her?
He told her that we were looking forward to going with you two.
Well, maybe he is, Laura. Or maybe he just wants to keep Jennifer happy since she's the daughter of one of his most important law clients.
Well, I don't really care if Jennifer's happy or not.
Well, of course you don't. Because all you care about is yourself. Now, you may not want to face it, but both Scotty and I are both moving up the ladder in Smith's organization, and we both value that position. The only difference is that Scotty happens to be on the clean side of the ladder, and I'm on the slippery side. Now, I'll tell you something else. I don't think that your husband wants to hear this little horror story you've saved up to tell him.
I am going to tell my husband the truth.
Yeah. What you really mean is that you're going to unload your guilty conscience. You're going to make him feel angry and miserable just so you can feel good and pure again.
That isn't true.
I think it is.
That's not what I'm doing.
I think it is. Do you know that life is not black and white, Laura? It's all gray. You keep saying you have this wonderful marriage. Why are you so anxious to wreck it?
Because I happen to believe that honesty between two people is the most important thing in the world.
Okay. I happen to believe that total honesty is the most destructive thing there is in the world. You don't believe that now. I know you don't believe it. But someday you will. You better be prepared to answer some questions like, why did you tell him it happened in the park instead of the disco?
Well, I have an answer for that.
Okay. What about that? What are you going to tell him about it? Are you going to tell him that we danced together? That I held you? That I kissed you?
Against my will.
What are you going to tell him about the fact that you let us become friends, all of us, huh? And that I was invited to all your little parties?
I will think of something.
Well, you'd better.
Scotty loves me, Luke. And he'll believe whatever I tell him.
Don't treat him like a fool.
Don't you try and talk me out of what I have to do.
I'm trying to make you think clearly, Laura. Do you think he's going to forgive you or something? If it were me, I'd kill you. Come on. You're dealing with a man. Scotty's not a boy.
stay here and listen to any more of this.
And really, the worst thing about Jennifer is she's so possessive. She wants to be with me every minute, day and night.
They don't make great loves like that anymore. Now, maybe that'll be an inspiration to the rest of us.
You know she's in here every damn night, don't you?
Mad about dancing, is she?
No, she's mad about me. What can I say? She hates it when I have to work.
That's going to make it a little tough to earn a living after a while, isn't it?
Honey, it's tough already, like tonight, okay? Lucky me, okay? I'm invited to Dan Rooney's Poker Fest.
Well, why don't you take her with you? Put an apron on her and let her serve the beer.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, you're funny. So
Or you
funny.
could just quit and stay home with her every single night.
Nobody dominates me, Barbara.
Hey, look, I know. You don't have to tell me that. Tell Jennifer.
Yeah, it doesn't do any good.
Sounds to me like she's got you under her thumb already. You're not even married yet. There's still a few more weeks to go before the winter.
Listen, don't you know that I know how many seconds it's going to be till I do? The closer it gets to execution day, the more I worry about the future, if you can call it that.
Sounds like total togetherness to me. I can just see Jennifer going through all of your pockets, check out your papers to make sure you haven't misplaced anything, and checking out your wallet to make sure you have enough money for the day, and reading your mail and listening in on your phone calls, so she can work out every little problem with you.
Oh, you think this is one big joke, don't you?
No, I don't. I think it's the beginning of the end. Why don't you just sit down with her and have a long talk?
Bobbie, my talks with Jennifer don't do any good. Even when I start out right, I end up totally wrong. How can you tell somebody don't be possessive?
Try saying, Jennifer, don't be possessive. That should pretty well cover it.
I tried that. It doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. Besides, she doesn't think that she's demanding. She thinks that I, if you can believe this, am evasive.
You're going to make a terrific team.
Well, I should have known better than ask for sympathy from you.
Hey, what's good is sympathy going to do? What you need are false papers to get out of the country and a dark brown mustache.
Can I borrow yours? Excuse me, all right?
You look like something that's been captured on safari. I don't think you'd be very happy in a cage.
No, I'm not. That's exactly what I'm in. I don't like it. And I have to get used to it.
Luke, you can't go on like this. You're going to have a nervous breakdown.
I think you're right.
What's bothering you at the moment?
Look, you know last night, after I dropped you off at the hospital, and I went over to Dan Rooney's little poker fest? Okay, I get home. Jennifer is waiting there for me. She's been waiting for 1 hour. I made her wait for an hour, so she gives me an hour tirade on that I made her wait.
Sorry.
Yeah, well, it's just the way she is, you know? We had one hell of a fight.
Wow, good for her. I didn't know she had the spirit in her to fight back.
Good for her. Yeah, fine. Don't kid yourself. Under that sugar-spun exterior beats a heart of solid steel, Barbara. She proved it last night.
Why? What did she say?
She said if I tried to back out of the marriage, she's going to go right to Daddy, tell him everything that I told her about his association with the organization.
Well, that's great. That's really terrific.
Mm-hmm.
Like father, like daughter.
That's right. I've been trying not to believe that, you know, for a long time, but I'm afraid it's true. Boy, I hate the thought of a shotgun marriage.
I don't blame you. But why are you complaining about it now? Luke, you have known what you were getting yourself into right from the beginning.
No, I know. I sold my soul to the devil. No refunds, no exchanges, no nothing.
Too bad Laura isn't worth it.
Campus Disco, Luke Spencer.
Luke, it's me.
Yeah, I figured it was. I've been sitting here by the phone hoping you'd call.
I know.
All right, what happened? Did you talk?
I tried.
You tried? That's all?
I couldn't go through with it. I wanted to, but I couldn't bring myself to tell Scotty the whole story today.
Oh, that's swell, Laura. That's just wonderful. So now I hang on by my thumbnails till you get the guts up to tell him the whole story, right?
I did my best, Luke.
Right.
It's true. I wanted to tell him everything, and I was ready to. But then I couldn't, because he wouldn't agree to moving away from Port Charles the way I wanted to. And do you know why he wouldn't leave?
Why?
Because of his work for Frank Smith and all the opportunities that it offers him. That's almost funny when you think about it, isn't it?
No, it isn't funny at all. He's dead right.
Oh, about Smith?
About moving. It's the same thing as running away.
Don't you start that, Luke. That's the same thing that he said to me.
Listen, I can't help who said it first. It's the truth. Now, what are you running away from, huh? You running from the past, from the future, or just me?
Luke, listen. Hello, Luke.
What are you doing here?
Proving what bad timing I have, I guess. I came to apologize for our quarrel last night. I felt really bad about it. That was Laura on the line just now, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was Laura. And I resent your standing here listening in.
I wasn't. What was I supposed to do? Kiss you hello while you're talking to her?
You could have done something.
I guess I was too surprised to think. You were so angry. I think I'll just say I'm sorry and go.
Listen, I don't need any apologies for last night, okay? I especially don't need to be manipulated. I will not sit by and let you do that. If that is your opinion of what marriage is like, forget it. You just go to your dad. You tell him everything. I don't give a damn. I was only trying to protect you anyway.
For my own father.
That's right. I realize how ridiculous that is. Don't try to own me, Jennifer. Don't even try it. If you do, I will walk out of your life so fast it'll make your diamond spin. Nobody owns me. Nobody ever has, and nobody ever will.
No one except Laura, that is.